Hello, third graders. This is Chapter 4, Lesson 2, and we're going to work on the workbook pages today, but I'm giving you a handout that I want you to do it on. So we're doing subtraction with regrouping in the hundreds and thousands, and the lesson objective is to use place value charts to subtract with regrouping. Here's our poem. More on top, no need to stop. More on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. Numbers the same, zero's the game. So we're going to use these ideas to help us do our subtraction. Now, this is the workbook page, and you'll notice that this first problem is 3,600 minus 1,700. And I've created a worksheet using the same numbers, 3,600 minus 1,700. And so we're going to take these two numbers and record them over there. That's how we're going to start our subtraction. So 3,600, 3 in the thousands place, 6 in the hundreds, 0 ones, 0 tens, and then 1,700, 17, 0 ones, and 0 tens. Now I need to put the dots to make this number, and I'm starting with this big number. I'm not going to combine these, so I don't need to write both numbers. I only need the top number. So I'm going to put those dots. I'll show you how that's done. 0 ones, 0 tens, 600s, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. And then 3,000s, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. I know that the value of these dots are thousands. There's 3 dots in a thousands place, 3,000. Let's subtract. So I'm going to start here with 6 minus 7. Now if I have $600, I can't spend $700. But I don't really have just $600. I've got 3,000 more over here. So this 6 is going to go over to the 3 and borrow 1,000. And here's what it looks like. So I choose 1,000, and it's going to move to the hundreds place. And when that 1,000 moves to the hundreds place, that 1,000 pops apart and becomes 10 hundreds. So they're all in the hundreds place, and there's 10 of them. So I've got 200, 400, 600, 800, 10 hundreds. So that's 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. And 1,000 plus 600 makes 1,600 or 1,600. So what does that look like over here? It looks like this. This 6 is going to become a 16. There's that 1,000 and there's that 600. So 1,600 is what this is right here. 0 ones, 0 tens, and this 16 is going to go right there in the hundreds place so I can subtract. I don't need that 6 anymore. I combined it with the 1,000. Now when I look over here, I've got 3 dots in the thousands place, but I put 1,000 in the hundreds. So that 1,000 just moved over. I didn't subtract it. I moved it over. And so that 3 becomes a 2. See? There's 2 right there. All right, now I'm ready to subtract. I'm pretty sure you know how to do this, so please set up this math problem and do the subtraction part where you cross out the 7s, hundreds, and you cross out 1,000. So do that and then press play to see the answer. Thanks. So here's what the subtraction looks like. And then how do I record this? Let's start here in the place value chart. I've got 0 and I subtracted 0, so I still have 0. In the tens I start with 0, I subtract 0, so my answer is a 0 in the tens place. Here I've got 16 minus 7, and that leaves 9. So I have 9 in the hundredths place. So 16 minus 7 is 9. 1600 minus 700 is 900. 9 in the hundredths place. Now I'm ready to subtract the thousands. This 1,000 moved over. And you can see I subtract one of those hundreds away. So I need to subtract 1, and that leaves 1. That leaves 1. There's my answer. 0 ones, 0 tens, 9 hundredths, 1,000. All right, let's move on and do another one. This one says, find the difference between this number and that number. Show your work. So I need to, I can see that this number is here, and I need to take this second number and record it down there. And then I'm going to put the dots. So I want you to do the same thing. Press pause. When you're ready to check, press play. Okay, so I have the problem set up. I haven't done any subtraction yet. So there's how my problem is set up. I've got 2,000, 600. 5 tens makes 50. 9 ones makes 9. So 2,659. 2,659. Now I'm ready to subtract. 9 minus 3. So I'm going to subtract 3. 1, 2, 3. And now there are 6 left over. 6 left over. 6 left over. 50 minus 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. I subtracted 40, and that leaves 110. 110. So 5 tens minus 4 tens is 110. Now I'm ready to work on the hundreds, and I can see I've got 600, but I need to give away 900. If I have 6 cookies, I can't give away 9 cookies. So I've got to borrow. This 6 is going to go to the thousands place and borrow 1,000. So this is 1,000. It's one dot, but that dot stands for 1,000. And it's going to move over here to the hundreds place. And when it gets to the hundreds place, it's going to be 10 hundredths. So I'm moving this dot right here. 1,000 comes over here, and it becomes 10 hundredths. Now I'm ready to subtract. What does this look like over here? Well, I know that 10 plus 6 is 16, and it's 16 hundredths. So that 6 becomes 16. And this 2 is going to become a 1 because this 1 moved over. It moved over. I'm not subtracting it. I'm not counting it in the thousands anymore. I'm going to use it in the hundreds place. So that 2 becomes a 1. 16 minus 9. You know, I think you can do that. I want you to finish this math problem and then check your work. So you're going to press play to check your work. See you in a second. All right, my subtraction is almost done. We'll finish it together. So that's what the subtraction looks like. 16 minus 9. 16 minus 9 leaves 7. And I could count each dot if I want to. And that's 7 in the hundredths place. 1,000 minus 1,000 is 0. And I do not need to write that 0 right there. I can if I want to, but I don't need to. So I need to write 700. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 600, 700, 700. So I hope this is getting easier for you. I want you to work on problem number 3, please. Press pause, build the answer, and subtract, and then come back to check your answers, please. Okay, I've got the dots set up, so go ahead and check your dots. Make sure that your dots match. There are 6,491. And remember, we're not building this number. We're going to subtract this number. We're going to cross off, well, I'm not going to cross off any ones because it says -0, but I'm going to cross off 7 tens to show that. So please make sure that your subtraction is ready, and then I'll show you the answer. Thank you. Okay, let's check to see how you're doing on your subtraction. So I'm about halfway through, and so I have 1 minus 0 is 1, and 9 minus 7, 9 minus 7 leaves 2, 2. So 1 minus 0 is 1, 9 minus 7 is 2. And now I have 400 give away 500. And in order to do that, I'm going to go to the thousands place and I'm going to borrow a 1. So this 5 becomes 1 less. And this 14 becomes 10. This 4 becomes 10 more. It becomes a 14. And you can see that 14 right here. Here's that 1,000 that moved over. There's that 1,000 that's got 1 less, and then it moved over. And then now I have 14 hundreds over here. So now I'm ready to subtract 5. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And I know the rest that's left over is 9. So I'm going to put a 9. And 9. 14 minus 5 is 9. And now I'm ready to work in the thousands place. 5,000 minus 3,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5,000 minus 3,000. Minus 1,000, minus 2,000, minus 3,000 leaves 2,000. 2,000. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and continue working on the next page. There's a total of 12 math problems. Now, on these worksheets, there's more than 12 math problems. There's 10 here. And this goes up to 17 subtraction problems. Number 18 is fill in the word. So I'm asking you to go only up to 12. If you want to do more than that, you certainly can. I want to post the answers, so please pause, and the answers to all of the math will be shown next. Okay, let's take a look at all of the answers for these pages. And here's the answer for number 1, number 2, number 3. So you can see how we're crossing out. It's hard to see that that's crossed out, but it is. And how this became a 14 and that became a 5,000. Okay, let's go to the next one. So this is problem number 4, number 5, and number 6. Press pause if you need to. And 7, 8, and 9. 10, 11, and 12. All right, I look forward to seeing your work.